Hello everybody, this is Ethan Writings, and today I'm going to introduce you to how to record and edit MIDI. I touched a little bit on this in my last video, but I'm going to expand a little bit more on how to do this. So let's start out. Right now you can see I have a guitar and a bass track. We can listen to that. And we can turn the click on to kind of give a reference of the beat from going here. Alright, so it's a really just simple blues. So to create a software instrument, as shown in my last video, you click New Tracks, Software Instruments, Create, and it will automatically open your library if you have that checked off, or if it doesn't automatically open your library, just go up to your library, which is this right up here. And my default setting is a classic electric piano. Now, I should note I'm using a M-Audio Axiom MIDI controller, and if you do not have one, do not fear, because I will introduce how to actually just manually edit MIDI when you're not using a controller. So now that we have our library open, let's go click on that to kind of get you back to everything else. I need a drum kit sound, so let's go to drum kit and let's use Bluebird. So right now I'm just going to be using my keyboard and recording something over what this is, what I have already. Alright, so there you go. I just recorded a little drum track. Now to access the MIDI data that was recorded, you can either double click on the region you just recorded, and there you see the MIDI data, or you can go up to your edit tool up here, or your editor's thing, and it will open up your piano roll MIDI data editor. So this may look weird or complicated to any other person that's never seen MIDI, but it really isn't that complicated at all. Really, on your vertical axis over here, you have your different sounds. As you can see, it's a piano, so there we have a bass drum, there we have a snare, there we have another snare, there's tom, higher tom, higher tom, higher tom. There we go. There's some rides, some cymbals. You have a wide range, and on your black keys you have rim shots, claps, your hi-hat. So as you can see, you have a lot of different sounds to work with in the drum editor. And if you click play, you can see I just click the space bar to click play, but you can go up here and click play. Horizontally, you're dealing with time. So you got your first beat, second beat, third beat, fourth beat, and there you go, you're back to your first beat on the second measure. So here's your first measure. Alright, so that's how you record and access your data with a MIDI controller. Now you can see I wasn't perfectly on the beat for some of these sounds, so what you want to do is just make sure you're using your pointer tool, and you just click and drag it over. And click and drag it over. Now, as you can see, the color of the data indicates the velocity in which the sound will be played. So this specific snare sound right here will be played at 106. Now if we want it to be played softer, just highlight it and pull it down, and see how it gets lighter green colored. See, and it's very soft there, so we want to pull it up. If you want it really loud, the highest you can go is 127. Okay, that was pretty loud. So really, to edit data, let's say I don't like that sound, so let's pull it up to a clap. Or let's say I accidentally meant to hit a clap and I played a snare sound. So all you have to do is drag it up or down. Or say you want that to be another bass drum. Even though that sounds stupid, you can really do a lot with editing in this context. Logic makes it very simple. So let's say you don't have a MIDI keyboard. So what you want to do is highlight everything. Either you can do it like that by clicking and dragging downward, and that will highlight all the notes you hit, or you can zoom out and just highlight everything and then click delete. So let's say you don't have a MIDI keyboard. Well, what you want to do to make a sound is click the T on your keyboard, and this will open up your different tools that you have. And let's click on pencil tool, or you can click the number 2. So there's our bass drum sound. Let's do 4 on the floor for the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's playing at 127 for all its velocity. So let's go back to our pointer tool by clicking T and then there, and highlight all of those and pull those down to, let's say, 90. 90 is pretty good. And then, so we got right now, we got 4 on the floor. Now let's solo this track just so we can hear it by itself. And let's also turn off the click. Now, to get a snare sound, let's go back to our pencil tool. There's your snare sound on this key. We're going to do it every second. Once again, it's pretty hot velocity there, you can see. Let's drag that back to 90. Now yours may not have it set at such a high velocity. Yours may just automatically go in as... Ooh, that was bad. I meant to put that on the 4th beat, so I can drag it over there. So there. Now let's put a hi-hat sound down. And click T, and then 2. That on the first. We're going to put those on each beat, and then we're going to add a little, we're going to drag that over a little bit so it gets that swing feel. You can also adjust the swing by over here, but I don't like doing it like that. I like to have doing it manually if I'm going to do it manually. Now you notice I accidentally put that on the closing hi-hat sound, so let's go back to my pointer tool. Highlight that, as you notice. That's a closing hi-hat sound. Now instead of having to highlight all of this, if I messed up on the whole thing, I can just click on that key and it will highlight it all for me. So let's put that, drag that down there. Alright, cool. Whoops, I accidentally clicked on score. Alrighty. Well, there you go. That's how you edit that and input the data. Also adjust the velocity of the data. Now, if you want to make this, copy this whole entire measure, Command copy, click on the next measure. Ooh, wait. And you just paste it. I accidentally forgot to put one more hi-hat sound in there. And you can just continue to copy and paste as you go. And that's how you edit manually and with a keyboard, obviously. Now, if you don't have a keyboard, I'd highly recommend, if you're going to be doing a lot of sampling, a lot of electronic sampling of music like we just did with that drum set, get something small, or if you have the money, get something bigger. I have an M Audio Axiom with I think it's 61 keys, but this one you can get some with like 25 keys, and it also has like a little drum pad that you can mess with. I really like the Axiom a lot. There's other keyboards though that will do the trick if you don't have as much money. But there you go. That's how you edit MIDI data. Click like if you like this video. And check out my other videos. Thank you so much. This is Ethan Writings. Goodbye.